Hello and welcome to the Portent Kast. My name is Lila. I am your dungeon keeper and host. The Portent Kast is a female, queer, and non-binary actual play show where we play TTRPGs of all sorts. And you are tuning in to a very special one-shot to celebrate our 2nd year anniversary. Today we delve into the communion between the Tempest and the Tidebearer. And I want to give a very special thank you to everyone who has been a part of TPK over the past 2 years, spanning from the wonderful players in front of me to the ones that are not. To the GMs who have run numerous one-shots in different mini-series, and artists who have made the channel what it is today. I could not have done it without them, and I am grateful for the space of queer safety we have all created for not only ourselves, but for the audience at home. This leads me into one of the biggest thank yous I could ever give those who are watching this right now. Without you, we wouldn't be able to continue posting these stories of criminal masterminds, bands of pirates, gothic horror, romance, and even more to come. Without you, we wouldn't be able to share a game between friends that have become something so much more than just that. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your continued support. Thank you for allowing the dice to guide us to beautiful friendships, and those friendships into beautiful stories. And now let's meet our players for this very special one-shot.
Hello, my name is Raven. I use he, they pronouns. And what TPK has meant to me, last summer I got to come in as a guest player for the Parlous Voyage, and I had so much fun. I got to join in on one of the main seasons as a player, and I'm very thankful to TPK because I've made a lot of amazing friends and I've gotten to tell amazing stories and gone on so many adventures. So I'm very thankful and it has meant a lot to me.
Hi, my name is Star. I use she, her pronouns, and I've been a part of TPK since the very first season. Shout out, Call of the Dawn. And it's been incredible to have such a community with positivity surrounding it in such a way, and to be able to drag my friends into TPK and then see them all like go on to other things. Hi, Helen. Shout out, Helen. Um, and to run games and plan games and to make such amazing friends that I have got to meet in real life and have fun with and intend to do more, and to branch out even outside of TPK to just constantly have these people as my closest friends is what this pretty much given me. I'm not going to cry about it though because I'm a big girl. But that's me. Hi.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so I'm Helen. Hi. Um, I use she, her pronouns. Um, and kind of bouncing off of that, literally, so many of the people that I have met through TPK are like my closest friends now, and I literally could not imagine going through a day without talking to them. Uh, and the fact that like this random little group of people that came together has become that is incredible. Shout out Star for pulling me in. And now and I'm grateful also to be returning to the wonderful bimbo who started it all for me.
Hello, I'm Ezra. I use he, a pronouns, and TPK has meant the world to me these past few years. And I remember I saw it through a TikTok that Lila had originally posted looking for people. And I literally sat there for like a while of like, do I do this? Do I? And I am and will be forever grateful that I did, because it has led to friendships that I genuinely believe and hope will last a lifetime.
Dang it. Okay. Hi,
It's
I'm
leading to us getting
Carolee.
matching tattoos.
I know. Honestly. Hi, I'm Carolee. I use she, they pronouns. And it's interesting to me that like we've all said the same thing. Like I saw this single TikTok that had like 30 views. Like the fact that this one TikTok just came across my For You page and then led to this amazing group of friends that are truly my friends and like such a welcoming community to be in is really, I mean, everything everyone has said is echoes what I feel, but yeah, it's just an amazing community and an amazing group of friends.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. I use she, they pronouns, and I've also been here since the beginning with Call of the Dawn. TPK has been an amazing experience over these past 2 years for me. I've met not only these lovelies sitting around me, but also an incredible group of others who have been a part of the main campaigns, the summer projects, and miniseries during this time frame. I've been exposed to other RPGs and have been able to expand my knowledge as both a player and a game runner. And so, like, in conclusion, being a part of the Portent Kast has ultimately changed my life for the better. So, yeah. Any hoodles, while you're here, you should also subscribe to the Portent Kast on YouTube. Give us a like and ring the bell for future notifications. It's a completely free way to support the channel and our cast of players and game masters. The channel hosts many previous campaigns and one-shots that include an array of TTRPG systems for every type of adventurer. You can also follow along with our shenanigans for every. Well, sorry, hold on. You can also follow along with our shenanigans and get updates on our campaigns, future, past, and present, via our TikTok or on X, aka Twitter. And now to a very special person for a very special announcement about our giveaway for our 2nd year anniversary.
Hello there. My name is Vernon Cornelius Barker, and I'm here to wish the happy couple congratulations and to announce the TPK 2nd year anniversary.
Vernon.
What's going on?
You weren't supposed to be here. Go.
No.
Yes, leave.
No.
They don't want you announcing it. Go.
Me.
No.
Gross. Glad that he's gone now. Sorry about that, folks. Some people just can't wait to share news that is not theirs to share. Anyways, we have some very exciting news coming to you in celebration of our 2-year anniversary. Whoa, it's been 2 years already? That's crazy. But for this announcement, we have not only one, but two great giveaways for you guys. Whether you are an active listener and listen to every single episode, or you have just recently found us. So first off, we have a dice giveaway of about, I think, 50 dice in a red and orange color palette that will show up on your screen somewhere magically here. Look at this beautiful dice set. How magical. Entering is super simple, and there are multiple ways to do so across all of our social media platforms. So whether you are on TikTok, X, or on our YouTube channel, just go ahead and make sure you're following or subscribed. Comment either your favorite Portent Kast moment from any of the campaigns, one-shots, or miniseries. Or if you haven't been an active listener or are brand new to our channel, go ahead and comment one of your favorite moments from your own table. And that is not all. We are also hosting a hand-drawn map giveaway. The winner will receive a custom hand-drawn fantasy map by yours truly of their homebrew setting, maybe a city of some sort. This is going to be a beautiful black and white map, and will feature a gold painted border, a compass rose, and it'll be on an 11 by 14 piece of paper. To enter this giveaway, send an email to the Portent Kast with proof of your personal donations to aid those in Palestine, Congo, Sudan, Haiti, or any other nations currently suffering under oppressive regimes. Please include the best email to reach out to you so that once we pick a winner, we can easily correspond about your setting of which you want drawn on the map. Both giveaways open today, August 6, 2024, and will end and run through until August 16th. That's 10 days to enter into the giveaway. After that, the winner will be announced on August 18th on all of our social media platforms. And don't miss out on this great opportunity. Good luck to everyone who enters, and may the dice guide you to beautiful friendships.
And now let's set sail into this week's episode of A Parlous Voyage. This episode of the podcast contains adult language, content, sexual content, fighting, blood, and death. It is 733 AP or after periods, just a year and a half after the fall of Osteo Bay and the Skeleton King by the hands of a rogue band of pirates. This band of pirates have sailed under many flags, the Saber, the Golden Rose, and most recently, the Rotted Bone. Amidst the chaos of the fall of a pirate king and the erection of the pirate council now known as the Treasured Council, two of these pirates have found a bond that would never separate them, a bond that is to be tied tonight amongst the waves. As dawn broke over the horizon, the preparations for the wedding began in earnest. The soft golden light of the early morning sun illuminated the deck of the grand pirate ship, casting long shadows and creating a serene, magical atmosphere. Crew members and wedding planners moved with purpose, transforming the vessel into a whimsical ocean-themed paradise. Clean fish nets were draped elegantly over the wooden railings, their intricate patterns highlighted by the gentle morning light. Seashells and starfish, freshly collected and meticulously polished, were being arranged in clusters, adding a touch of marine magic to the setting. The air was filled with the salty tang of the sea and the quiet hum of activity. Near the ship's wheel, a small stage was taking shape, framed by an arch of driftwood adorned with colorful seashells and delicate seaweed garlands. Lanterns crafted to resemble ancient maritime lamps were being hung from the ship's mast and scattered across the deck. Though unlit for now, they promised to cast a warm, inviting glow later in the day. On the private dock in the city where Aether and Nerissa made their first connection, another team of decorators busily prepared for the reception. Long banquet tables were being set up, each covered with white linen and decorated with centerpieces made of Morse shells, starfish, and small polished driftwood pieces. Each place setting featured a charming sea-themed touch, a small bottle of sand with the guests' names inscribed on tiny parchment scrolls inside. Along the edge of the docks, large plush cushions and benches were arranged for a cozy, intimate feel. Fishnets were draped overhead, swaying gently in the early morning breeze. As the final touches were added, from the strategically placed lanterns to the soft glowing candles nested amongst the shells, the entire scene began to look like a dream brought to life, a perfect blend of maritime adventure and romantic elegance. The gentle sound of waves lapping against the hull of the ship and the soft rustle of the nets in the breeze created a soothing symphony, setting the perfect backdrop for a wedding that would surely be remembered for years to come. But while the decorators moved with precision outside, within the captain's quarters on the Rotted Bone, the bride had begun to get ready for the day. Nerissa, you sit in front of a mirror as your maid of honor, a dwarven woman with tanned skin, a very elegant dress, does your makeup. Who knew when I'd met you? I'd see you married off to some pirate. How do you feel, babe?
I've never been, more sure of anything in my life.
I'm very glad. Good. I can't believe you're actually getting married, though. Crazy to think.
I know, right?
Yeah. Crazy to think when I came into your parents' shop buying garments, that it'd lead to this.
What can I say? Our silks are, incredible.
They are. Many customers have complimented it, so.
Of course.
Yeah. What are you most excited about for the day?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I can't wait to see their face when I walk down the aisle.
True. Yeah.
Their jaw's gonna drop, and it's gonna be incredible. And then my jaw's gonna drop when I see them. So.
As it should be, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen them.
Not particularly my type, but yes, for you, 100%.
You get it.
Yeah, I get it. I get it quite alright. Just not my type, personally.
Yeah.
No shame to them.
She literally cannot stop smiling the entire time.
As you continue to talk, Budor eventually finishes your makeup and moves herself so that you can see yourself for the first time on your wedding day. Oh, how darling you look. Ethers would be lucky to be marrying a barnacle babe like you.
I've never heard barnacle babe. I'm usually barnacle bimbo. Both work.
I think babe suits you much more.
You would.
Yeah, I would. Wouldn't I? And as she's kind of like fluffing up your hair in the mirror, you hear a quick knock at the door, and Boudoir calls out, "Who is it? I'm making magic in here and shan't be disturbed." "A decorator, ma'am! Calling on the bride to have a look at the decorations for the ceremony." "Well, as long as your betrothed stays in that house over there, you should be fine."
I don't think we have to worry about that.
Good. I saw that rogue, the blue one with the horns. I'm sure she's got everything handled, yeah.
Oh yeah. And she's also definitely somehow already seen all of this and is just ecstatic about it.
What do you mean? I'm the only one in here.
You say that.
Okay. I get it, magic. Stuff.
She's very sneaky. I don't understand it. I just know that it happens. I just know that she does weird shit.
I sneak out of the room.
Make a stealth check.
My stealth check is so much higher than my
31.
No one sees
Yeah.
you. You stealth. You've been hiding in the corner, just like looking for a moment, and then you sneak out the door, like the back door on your own ship, and crawl down and get onto the docks and head back into the room.
And no one even knew I was gone.
Nope, nobody knew. But
God, she looks great.
yeah, you and Boudoir kind of head out to see the progress. You can see everything is almost finished. Warwick is on the dock and is like lifting tables and putting them in the correct places. And Boudoir is kind of just looking out.
Doing all right there, babe?
Now, as much as this day is about you, who is that mountain of a man over there?
That's our therapist.
Oh! Okay. Cool. Great to know.
Yeah, his name
A
is Warwick. He's
therapist?
great. You'll love him. Officially licensed.
Okay. Good. Anyways, yeah. I will do my duties for you today, but I will also have my fun since I traveled so far.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, okay, good. Glad we agreed on this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You go back inside.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, of course. Tomorrow, that's your honeymoon, dear. I'll tell you all about it after your honeymoon. Okay, anyways, go back inside, do the finishing touches. I'm gonna talk to him. And she kind of marches off. And as Boudoir heads down to go talk to Warwick, we move back into this elegant, almost Havana-like house, into one of the rooms as the, we move just past the reception dock and into the small home that's been rented out for the day. In one of the rooms, our to-be-wed gunslinger is preparing their outfit as their entourage begins to filter into the room as they get ready as well. Aether, you have been here before. The last time you were engaged, you were surrounded by family you grew up with, put into a dress that was not meant for you, and a crown adorned your head that would take on a family legacy. But today, you are calm like the breeze. You're surrounded by a family you chose, in an outfit that was meant for you, and no crown sits atop your head, only the fletching hairband gifted to you by your beloved. What do you all do as you filter into the room and get ready for the day's festivities?
Aether is just like cannot sit still. So it's like they like sit down for a little bit to try to like get themselves ready, and then they like get up and they start pacing, and then they try to get ready while they're pacing, and then they're like, I can't do this while I'm walking, so then they sit down again. But as they're sitting down again, they're like their leg is like, I can't. The first word was jiggling, but that's not the word. They're like tapping their leg, like bouncing their leg on their heel, essentially, or like the ball of their foot, and cannot sit still for a single moment in this room.
Are we in this room?
Yeah, you guys have just entered. You guys have gotten semi-ready in the other room and have kind of entered to help Aether finish getting ready.
Mariana wafts in. She's thinking about Nerissa's look because she's definitely saw that. And she's wearing like a long, flowing pink dress with a bunch of different ruffled parts, kind of like a corset part, neckline, and big poofy sleeves. It flows very well like water. And then she looks over at Nerissa, not Nerissa, at Seraphina, who she's like walking in with.
So Seraphina is wearing a gorgeous but not overstepping the beloved's outfits. It's like a red to orange ombre dress, high thigh slit, A-line cut, off the shoulder corset kind of vibe, that also has like charcoal smoke designs that match her tattoos on her body, kind of a deal.
Veronica looks over and goes, "Ooh, you've got red in your dress. I didn't know."
Didn't know what, darling?
Oh, I didn't know you slept with Aether.
Seraphina
I
just
wish.
stops for a second. Beg your pardon. What?
You're wearing. That's why I'm wearing pink. Because red for the groom and white for the bride. If you slept with the groom, you wear red, and if you slept with the bride, you wear white. So I'm wearing pink.
I don't think I've ever heard if you've slept with the bride, you wear white. I have heard about the groom part. I cleared it with both Aether and Nerissa to make sure that this was okay. I have not slept with either one of them though. Fire Genasi and
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just need to make. That's the intention that my outfit is making.
Oh, perfect. Well-
No, don't worry. They also cleared it.
Okay, as long as that's the case.
Aether, your knee is jiggling.
It is.
Why?
Aether, darling, what can we help with?
I don't know. It's weird to be in a wedding outfit again.
Because of the time you ran away from a wedding and then he came after you?
Yes, Mariana, because of that.
Okay.
Seraphina like slips a note to Mariana while like we're all doing our things and stuff.
What does it say?
Should I read it out loud or do you want?
Oh, you actually wrote it out? Send it to me!
I'm trying to remember where I put it. Hold, please.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, so she hands Mariana a note.
What the hell?
Okay. So is Aether dressed for the most part, or are they still like kind of like 50-50, half and half kind of a deal?
Kind of like half and half. Their hair's done, makeup's like partially done, I guess, and then the outfit's like hanging on a hanger on the back of one of the doors.
Okay. Seraphina will go and like start like helping to get the rest of the makeup in place. Mariana, darling, will you go ahead and grab the outfit?
Yes, of course. And she goes and grabs it. Whenever she gets back, she wants to sleight of hand get them into the outfit in like 5 seconds. Like, I think while they're talking, she's gonna completely dress Aether.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check to see how fast it is.
32.
Yeah. Literally, Seraphina turns around and Aether's already dressed. Aether's like this.
Well, perfect.
Okay, that happened.
Perfect work. Great job, Mariana.
I'm very fast doing it both ways.
Hence the pink.
Heads the pink.
She looks amazing, by the way.
You've already seen her.
Of course.
That doesn't
didn't
give
shock
me
me at the
anything.
point.
She always looks amazing.
I know, you're not. Shh, palm in the face. Shh. You're not supposed to know anything yet.
Okay.
While this is all going on, like, Seraphina's still like helping with the makeup side and everything, and she looks over at Mariana. Mariana, by the way, is there a certain doll that stayed home today?
Aether slowly turns to Mariana.
I love this color on you, Aether. It's very nice. Ooh.
Answer the question, Mariana.
The little lady.
Technically, she's in home in the captain's quarters on the ship.
She is. That's true.
She's at home.
Yes, she is at home right now.
I don't necessarily like that laughing. Is she going to stay at home in her place where she currently resides, not moving a single inch?
Don't worry, she will be in the right place.
Meanwhile, Nerissa, you're in your room
God.
getting ready, and she's just in the corner of your eye, you see the little lady just there, just staring at you.
She's actively choosing to ignore that. It's like, not today. Look how pretty I am.
So pretty.
I didn't ask you. Affirmations.
Don't worry, guys. I taught the little lady affirmations to say to Nerissa while she's getting ready. She will 100% love it.
Yeah, totally. Definitely.
With the way that Mariana is acting, Seraphina is absolutely going to cast Locate Object to figure out where the little lady is.
The little lady is in the captain's quarters on the Rotted Bone.
Does she know that? Wait, is Nerissa in the
Nerissa,
captain's
yeah,
quarters?
she's getting ready in the captain's quarters
Oh,
because
okay.
that's the easiest way to get her without anyone seeing her.
I gave her my room because I love her.
Mariana, if the little lady does anything out of sorts or freaks anybody out, I might
She
not be
will
the
do
first, but I
nothing
might
out
be
of
in
sorts.
line to slice her. Just remember that.
Seraphina, I say this with the utmost love and respect. You're on my goddamn ship. Either you look amazing.
Thank you.
I pet their head.
You don't. Surely it won't be the worst of luck to sneak a glance at her before?
No.
Please?
I look to the side
that.
and I lift up the side of my dress where you can see a dagger strapped to my thigh. And I go,
Okay, we
say
don't
that
need
again,
we don't
sir.
need the threats. We don't need the threatening.
I can
It's fine.
paralyze you until the wedding starts. Just say the
Can't do
word.
that either. Mariana. There's a wedding, remember, not a funeral.
It might be my funeral in a minute.
The best ones are both.
What?
I slowly lower the dress.
Oh,
Listen,
That
everything's
was
going to
somehow-
be fine.
that was more terrifying than the dagger.
I've died twice. Listen, Aether. You're going to be amazing. We're going to walk down, and Nerissa's going to look like a princess on top of a princess who's married to a princess's prince.
That made total sense, and I completely understood what you meant by that.
Good. I'm excited. I haven't been to a wedding in years. I love weddings.
I mean, I haven't been to a wedding in years either, but that's kind of a given.
Don't worry. Nothing will happen on your special day. I slowly raise the dress again in a threatening manner.
Why are you threatening me about it?
No, I'm threatening the world.
And you hear
Fair
a
enough.
knock at the door.
I throw a dagger at the door.
Oh, okay.
Mariana, don't throw the
I will
dagger,
go away
just
then.
throw it.
No,
Oh,
no,
sorry.
no,
Instinct.
no.
What is it?
I'm just letting you know that the guests are starting to arrive. I forgot these were pirates. It's like the
I'm-
wedding planner that's been organizing everything with Warwick, and it's like
I
this,
am
this
so
tiny little
sorry.
halfling woman who's like,
I am so sorry.
As she walks away, Seraphina's like, well, what did she think? She was dealing with pirates. She really should have expected this.
That doesn't mean we should traumatize her.
I didn't hit her. It went above her head. Now, if she were
That's so-
human,
That's not better, Mariana.
I look to
Okay.
Seraphina.
And she just like, I'll come back when it's half an hour from start time. She just hustles away.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well,
Okay. As the sun climbs higher into the sky, casting a warm golden light over the scene, guests began to arrive and filter onto the pirate ship. The morning air was crisp and filled with the scent of the sea, adding a touch of freshness to the festive atmosphere. Warwick, with a commanding presence and friendly smile, stood at the gangplank greeting guests with a firm handshake and a hearty welcome. Dressed in his finest crisp white pirate shirt and navy blue trousers, directed guests with practiced ease, and you can almost hear him, Nerissa, as he's doing so. Welcome aboard the Rotted Bone. Follow the nets to the ceremony area. And as he's directing wedding guests onto the boat, we move to two figures as they approach Warwick. Talara. You accompany your partner, Marin, as Warwick catches glimpses of you both. Looking sharp, you two. Just make your way to the starboard side of the bone. Aether and Nerissa have set up a spot for all their closest friends. It's roped off over there.
I will say, as like Talara approaches, she gives this like massive being like a hug. I don't know where
he gives the gentle. Oh, she's literally. He's. I think I said he was like 7 or 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
He's considered a large creature in D&D, so he takes up 10 by 10. He gives the most gentle hug back.
I love Warwick. Hey Warwick, it's good to see you.
Oh yeah, good to see you too. How's the orphanage going?
You know, we've got, well, I hate to say it's going great, because I mean it is, but that means that, I mean, we got like 10 kids, and that means there's 10 kids that don't have a permanent home. But it's good.
They have a permanent home with you guys, though.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
you gotta look at everything with the right kind of mindset. Otherwise, you're gonna get down in the dumps.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's good. I mean, I'm really, like, I love the direction we're taking things, and we're doing what, you know, we, and she points to Marin, and like both of them just are like giving them a home that we didn't have. So we love that we can do it, but you know, it would just be great if there were just kids who weren't, you know, abandoned by their families or whatever. So that would be the, you know, the best solution. You know, we wouldn't have to exist, but it's a good thing. So thank you, Warwick.
Yes, thank you. Again, make yourself stop.
Yeah.
And with the decorations. And he's running over to someone who's screwing with the decorations.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I will throw you overboard.
Oh, classic Warwick. And she'll walk over there and sit with Marin.
Yeah, you guys board the ship and head towards the space where Warwick directed you, and you can see as the area nearby is empty. Other than one thing you see is a barrel that's filled to the brim with potatoes, and on the side of it, a name painted in black. And sitting atop the barrel is a familiar form of a small lizard man, whose name adorns the barrel he sits upon.
Frick! I can't.
Oh my god,
cannot.
you guys gave me so many potatoes.
I couldn't hear the first part. You cut out.
Oh, I just said hello. And I had so many potatoes.
You look real good over there on your barrel potato. That was really, honestly, that was really nice of them to give you, just a whole barrel of potatoes.
I haven't had any in a really long time. Also, do you see my bow tie? Is this fancy? I've never been to a wedding before.
I think that your bow tie is perfect, and I think that it is exactly what we would all want for you to be wearing to a wedding. You look
Have you been to a wedding before?
It's good.
Have I been to a wedding before?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No, not that I can I mean, if I did, I would have been too young to remember, but I can't remember any wedding. Well, so this really is my first wedding.
I've crashed a lot of weddings.
I mean, that count? Well, that doesn't count. No,
I was just
that
there
doesn't
for
count.
the alcohol, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
And the food.
I've never-
the food at
Yeah.
weddings is so good.
I've heard food at weddings is good.
Oh, I'm sure.
I do like the potatoes.
Raw
Other
potatoes?
food.
I haven't had one in a while.
Raw?
Skethragar, have you ever been to a wedding? Do they have those? And he'll like look over.
You look over the
into
side of the
water.
ship and into the water, and there's just Skethragar just there staring up at you. And she's like, "No, I have never been to a wedding before."
The Kraken?
Yeah, the Kraken's here.
The Kraken's Skethragar?
Potato?
Yeah.
That took me a minute. I was like, who? And then I went, the Kraken.
You want a potato? He
I do
says
not
as
eat
he's like,
potatoes, dear Kraken.
Okay. I haven't had one since, been on the surface, which hasn't been in a very long time. So I'm so excited. And they're like kicking their feet, like after they get back, like on the barrel, just like holding a bunch of potatoes.
To Lara, in your head, you hear Skethragar say, "We have a potato farm on Eldertide. I don't think he knows it's there."
No.
The potatoes.
He eat them all.
Maybe she'll say back to him in his head, maybe it's for the best. He doesn't know.
Yes, he will be on a starch high for this entire wedding.
Yeah.
In your head, you also hear Crick go, "What are we talking about?" They have the telepathic feet now. They're like, "What are we talking about?"
Oh,
Nothing.
you can do that.
Okay.
Not potatoes.
Definitely not potatoes.
Not potatoes.
All right. And then you feel their presence leave, and they just keep eating the potatoes.
Talara will give Crick like a little pat on the head and just like sit down. Just like, it's good. It's so good to see you, Crick. I just missed your energy.
I miss you too. This is so nice. As they're like still munching, they're like, "Yeah, this is so good." Like whatever potato they're eating.
Marin's just looking at you like eating a raw potato. Just like,
Yeah.
who is
You want? You want some?
it? Not
You can
a
have
raw
one.
potato. No, thank you though. You keep them all to yourself.
Okay.
Who is this?
It's Crick.
I was
Well,
stuck in an
told you all-
orb.
But I told you, remember, it was the little lizard guy that was destined to go like be a Kraken or something. I don't remember exactly how it went, but
that's ringing slightly a bell now.
yeah.
A little bit.
I figured my familiarity, and she's whispering this, she's like, I feel like my familiarity with a lizard folk and being the fact that I told you about a lizard folk, that I just didn't think to introduce y'all. Honestly, it didn't cross my mind. Craig,
Yeah.
have you met Marin? I don't think so.
And you see this
I don't
pink
think so.
tiefling with like a shag wolf cut with her I think, I don't remember, are both her horns? Either one or both of her horns are broken.
One.
I think, yeah, it's one. And she's wearing like this very fancy like black and white pantsuit with suspenders. Nice to meet you, Crick.
Nice to meet you. I like your vibe.
Thank you.
That's what you say, vibe? Yeah,
I
like
don't
your
say
vibe.
that,
It's very
but
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
say
no,
that,
I
and I
haven't.
like their vibe.
Yeah. I like your vibe. It's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
No
Crick
problem.
Have you ever
yeah.
tried cooked potatoes? Because there's like
Have I
7.
tried cooked potatoes?
I do not know what you eat ever. I am
Oh,
not your
probably
mother.
Not, then. That's true. I'm just around you a lot. And like the little babies. But,
Yes, my children.
yeah, they're great. But probably not.
Well,
Well,
maybe there'll be potatoes here.
Well, considering Nerissa doesn't eat any like sea life, I assume probably there will be potatoes.
Potatoes, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this is my first wedding, and this will be your first time to be able to eat a cooked potato.
I'm so excited. There's so many things going on that I haven't done before. I haven't seen a wedding. I haven't eaten cooked potatoes. Yeah, I've never worn a bow tie.
Very, very
So great.
dashing.
Thank you. I think so too. And they do they drop their potatoes for a second and kind of like pose.
Oh,
I think so too.
Potatoes fall off into the ocean.
Oh, dang.
And Talara, you see as Gethrogor just opens a portal just a little bit as the potatoes fall, and they probably fall somewhere into Elder Tide for Crick later, and then the portal closes.
I think Talara is probably like, I don't want to say chilling out, but like she's like, oh yeah, well there's a bunch of Crick isn't the only thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I think she sits back and is like, oh wait, I need to take all this in, like see who's here.
Okay.
Like see everyone walking up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you see a few different people. You see a purple tiefling who looks very similar to Nerissa, but much older, more poised, kind of is sat kind of across the row from you, and is kind of just there, kind of just sitting in, like, kind of impatiently, kind of tapping her foot. You can see an Earth Genasi man whose kind of skin is kind of layered like sediment, and he is accompanied by a Water Genasi woman, and they have kind of their arms kind of intertwined. I'm sure at this point that you would probably assume that that is Aether's ex-fiance and whoever he's with. You see, just make a perception check for this next thing.
I didn't get dice. Okay.
You didn't get dice?
I mean, they're behind me. I forgot to grab dice. I have my sheet though.
Okay.
I forgot how bad she is at perception. It's a 14.
That's okay. Okay. You see an older couple, someone you have never seen before. Both human, probably in their 60s or so, kind of holding together. And you get the vague sense that the man kind of looks like an older version of Vernon.
I think Talara's gonna stare at him for just a good long time and just be like, and literally just stare to take it in. I don't know what it would do, but she's like, could it be? What? And she like elbows Marin and whispers, hey, does that look like Barky to you? Like over, and she like does a little point.
A little bit. I could see it kind of in both of them.
Yeah, like if you smashed them together.
Yeah. Maybe his parents? I think Nerissa said at some point that she knew them from something. I have no idea though.
And then T, I think that's Aether's ex-fiance.
I get it.
Yeah.
Nice. Good to know. I probably won't talk to any of them though.
Yeah, same, but I just observing, taking it in.
Yeah. Is there anyone else interesting around that you've seen?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I saw those people.
Okay.
I feel like Lila's pointing out something really obvious in my head that I don't remember that happened. Okay, I was like,
and then she kind of just like points over towards the dock, and you can see this dwarven woman and Warwick just talking to each other, and like she's like being all flirty, like touching his arm and stuff.
Look at what's happening over there.
Warwick's found somebody, I think.
Good for him. He deserves maybe we'll have another wedding soon.
And then she has like this face of realization. She's like, be back. She just goes off for a minute to where there's drinks. And she brings you drinks. But eventually you both, the bride and the betrothed, get knocks on your door telling you that the ceremony is about to begin. Yes.
When that halfling came a while ago, just as a
the
heads up.
halfling doesn't. Warwick comes and tells you that the
Oh
ceremony
no, like the first time she came is what I mean. Like when that happened, Mariana was like, "Oh, okay, it's almost time," and started working on a ritual spell. That's gonna take like up until the time the ceremony starts for her to get finished. So she's just like she's been working on a ritual spell just so I could say later when she does the ritual spell, she's been working on it for a little bit. Okay.
Yep.
That's it. Proceed.
Okay. The gangplank is lifted. The air is charged with anticipation as you can see Warwick is standing by the ship's wheel, signaled to the band, and the music begins to play, a beautiful blend of strings and soft percussion, filling the air with a harmonious melody. Mariana, the officiant, steps forward first, dressed in a flowing pink robes that seem to shimmer like the ocean itself. She moves with grace as she reaches the starboard side of the ship, stepping confidently onto the water, and instead of sinking, her feet meet the surface as if it was solid ground. She walks forward about 20 feet, her robes trailing behind her, creating ripples in the water that sparkles like sunlight. Following closely behind, Seraphina, the best woman, made her way to the water's edge. She took a deep breath and stepped under the water, her steps mirroring Mariana's. Her dress a deep red to orange off the shoulder, adorned with silver accents to match her tattoos. Next comes Boudoir, the maid of honor, her dress a soft coral pink that contrasted beautifully with the ocean's blue. She steps onto the water with a look of awe and joy, following Seraphina with a steady, graceful stride. Then, in a delightful, whimsical turn, the flower seahorses make their entrance. These tiny creatures adorned with miniature floral garlands floated out onto the water, their delicate movements scattering petals and magical air bubbles in a vibrant trail behind them. As the guests watched in amazement, a dolphin adorned with a ribbon around its neck and a small pouch holding the rings leaped gracefully onto the surface of the water, balancing skillfully. The dolphin moved into its designated spot, adding a touch of playful elegance to the ceremony. At the ship's wheel, Aether stood poised, their heart pounding with excitement. Aether wears a simple yet elegant pantsuit with a trailing tulle robe that is cinched at the waist. Warwick gives a subtle nod, and Aether began their descent down the stairs. At the same moment, the doors to the captain quarters opened, and Nerissa steps out. She's a vision of beauty, her dress sparkling like the ocean waves, with flying fish fiddling around her, carrying the train of her gown. Her dress is a flowing material that moves almost ethereally in the wind, its layers falling perfectly, its neckline plunged into a deep V, and her sleeves unattached to the dress itself, but flowed just as long as the dress's skirt. Aether and Nerissa, you meet at the bottom of the stairs, your eyes locking in a moment of pure love and connection. Together, you turn towards the starboard side of the ship where the water awaited. Hand in hand, you step onto the water, Nerissa's flying fish guiding you with gentle precision. As you walk towards Mariana, the music swelled, the notes blending perfectly with the sound of the sea. The guests watched in silent reverence as the couple made their way to the center of the watery isle, the ripples beneath their feet glowing softly in the sunlight. Mariana raises her hands, signaling the start of the ceremony.
Mariana stands, captain hat on as her efficient, retrieved it from the sun, stands between you two, and her hands kind of glow shimmery silver from the spell that she's been casting. Welcome, friends, families, lovers, and enemies. We are gathered here today to join Aether the Tempest and Nerissa the Tidebearer in loving matrimony. Aether, please present your vows.
My dearest Nerissa, I remember the day we met like it was yesterday. I had the biggest ego, and you definitely pulled my head out of my ass. Though I still have that sense of pride, so this will be the only time I admit the obvious. You saved my life more times than I can count. And you're always by my side when I screw up, and you help me with nothing but love. After you finish laughing at me. If you had told me when I first stepped foot aboard the Saber that I would be meeting my soulmate, I would have laughed in your face. I never believed in fate. But now I know that every terrifying step away from Henbaro led to you, and the only way I could explain it is destiny. Every touch, every word, every day after that only made me believe more. You are my fate, my destiny. My name may not be written on the seas, but my name will be on my grave next to yours, above the words beloved spouse. I will cherish you until my body and soul grow too weary to do anything else, and after that I will love you 1,000,000 years more. While I do have regrets about some of the things I've done, I will do it all again if it means I would meet you. You are the wind in my body and soul, the love of my life, and the person I want to grow old with. I will find you in every universe, every lifetime, and will fall in love with you all over again. This I swear. With my heart as true as the needle to the north, I pledge my unwavering loyalty and love to you. You are my soul's compass. I adore you, Nerissa, and the gods themselves wouldn't be able to make me stop. I will spend the rest of my life, and all of time after that, dreaming of you. Your smile, your laugh, your beauty both inside and out. I will spend each day as your spouse, and each day will be brighter than the next knowing you exist. You made me believe I deserve love again. You lifted my curse, and I will spend each day doing anything I can to be the spouse you deserve. I love you.
Nerissa, please present your vows.
I don't know how to follow that up. Except that I've already written it. So, let me just do this so that I want to be able to see everything. Okay. Aether Xerxes, my Tempest, my prince. You are the love of my life that I never expected to meet, and I have never been happier than I am in this moment when we are making the decision to tie ourselves to each other for the rest of our lives. Every time I look at you, I fall in love with you all over again. My heart is overflowing with joy and love. Every day that I wake up knowing that you love me feels like a dream, and I hope that every single day, until the day we are both guided to the afterlife, I make you feel as loved as you are. I vow to love you for always. I vow to take care of you when you are sick. I vow to heal you if you break your legs by jumping off a beached ship. I vow to always be by your side against any foe, even something as terrifying as a massive jungle tiger. I vow to come to you whenever you call for me, and to be there for you through all the hardships that life has to offer. I vow to be a source of comfort and warmth and friendship. You have written your name on my heart and my mind, and your very breath will live on my skin like a memory. You will always be remembered, not just by me or Mariana or anyone else whose life you have touched with your generosity and your kindness and your love, but you will be remembered by this world. You will be remembered by the ocean. I've made sure of it. The last several months, Soraya has tasked me with transplanting some endangered coral all throughout the seafloor. She told me it must be done, but not how it must be done, so I have planted it in a very specific shape. Aether, your name is written in the sea. And it will be there long after you or I leave this plane. Your name will be written in the sea until the day this world comes to an end, and if I have any say in it, even then you will be remembered through every wave that laps on the shores of Aramel. I love you, Aether. I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
Mariana remembers that she has to say something now. Right, okay, Aether. If the people of honor would present the rings.
And you see this dolphin kind of swims up to you and just presents a little box to be taken off of its neck.
The proposed people that you guys take that.
Yeah.
Ether will go first. Repeat after me. With this ring, I, Aether,
With this ring, I, Aether,
take you, Nerissa, to be no other than yourself.
to take you, Nerissa, to be no other than yourself.
Loving what I know of you,
Loving what I know of you,
and trusting what I do not yet know.
and trusting what I do not yet know.
Through all of our years, as our names are written across the ocean,
Through all our years as our names are written across the ocean,
and in all that life and death may bring us.
and in all that life and death may bring us.
This ring I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
Nerissa, repeat after me. With this ring, I, Nerissa,
With this ring, I, Nerissa,
take you, Aether, to be no other than yourself.
take you, Aether, to be no other than yourself.
Loving what I know of you,
Loving what I know of you,
and trusting what I do not yet know.
and trusting what I do not yet know.
Through all our years, as our names are written across the ocean,
Through all our years as our names are written across the ocean,
and in all that life and death may bring us.
and all that life and death may bring us.
With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I do wed.
Mariana leans back, and as you guys do, she puts her hands on both of your shoulders as the ceremony spell takes over. So for the next 7 days, when you guys are within 30 feet of each other, you get a +2 AC. By the power vested in me by the ocean, and by being their third, I am honored today to pronounce you married partners in crime. And the light like shimmers across you guys, and Mariana slowly raises her pirate hat and starts to lift it up. And then in unison, her and the little lady who was under her hat say,
You may kiss
May
the
now-
bride.
"May kiss the bride."
Which way am I
Aether-
going? Am I going this way?
Yeah.
Slowly puts the hat
other
back
way,
down.
Other way, Helen. Other way.
Other way.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, there
Am
we
I
go.
going the right
yeah,
way?
yeah, you're going the
Okay.
right way. There we go. Yep.
And, like, after they kiss and they're so, like, close together, Aether's like, we're punting that little lady into the ocean, right? Or
Oh, absolutely.
some other environmentally safe way to dispose of it.
I can hear you.
We
May I
left.
present Aether the Tempest and Nerissa the Tidebearer, married at last.
The crowd erupts in applause, and as they do, the Tempest and Tidebearer are tied, bound by the ceremony spell cast by their third, Mariana. And that's where we're gonna go ahead and take our break. See you guys back here in a minute. Welcome back. We pick up as Aether and Nerissa have just officially tied the knot and are married, no longer betrothed, but connected. And as Mariana has concluded the ceremony with the words that would bind Aether and Nerissa together in matrimony, the couple leaned in for their first kiss as a married pair. The guests erupted into joyous applause, their cheers mingling with the music and gentle sounds of the sea. And as Nerissa, you part from this kiss, a surge of energy courses through you. Your connection to your goddess, Soraya, intensified, and you feel the water beneath your feet pulse with an almost electric vibrancy. A sensation was both thrilling and calming, like the embrace of the ocean itself. In that moment of heightened awareness, a voice echoes in your mind, clear and resonant. Nerissa, the tides have whispered of a coming peril. Shadows gather on the horizon, you must stand ready. As those words echo in your mind, the bright sunny sky turns into a darkened storm, rain beginning to pour down as lightning beckoned forth. Can I please have everyone make perception checks for me?
Could I theoretically have advantage because I was told that I'm looking for something
Yes, you
specific?
can.
Hey, sometimes it's worth asking.
16 for Seraphina.
with my brand new plus No, do I add anything to perception? I don't think I do.
You should add your +1
Yeah,
if you have a +1.
no. My brand new +1 to perception. That's a 4.
You're so enwrapped in the
Rick
kiss.
had his
You're just like
listening
looking
ears
at her.
on.
God, Nerissa's so beautiful.
Thanks to reliable
Rick had
talent.
his
20.
listening ears
Pause.
on.
Pause. Carolee's frozen.
Yeah,
Oh.
Carolee's.
Oh, there we go. She's back.
The internet.
I got
last
after.
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. That all got mixed up. Can I start from Crick all the way back down? Can I have everyone say what you got?
Okay. Crick was listening real good. He got a nat 20, 28.
Hell yeah.
Good to know.
I got a 4 on the die, which means I got a 20.
Yep. Reliable talent.
21.
Okay.
I got a 4.
Okay. Talara?
I got a natural 1 for a 3.
Nice. You're so enraptured in the company,
Yeah.
and just you're holding on to
Also
Marin
the
as she's
kiss.
like looking around, like all nervous. And Seraphina?
16.
Okay. Anyone who rolled above a 15, which I think is everybody besides Talara and Aether, as the storm beckons forth, you can see as robed figures kind of begin to step forward from the mingling guests, their faces obscured by deep hoods. Anyone who rolled above a 20, as one of these figures steps forward, you swear you can almost see, like, an illusion vision of Vernon on its face before it dissipates. And that leader, the tall, imposing figure, threw back his hood to reveal a stern face marked with dark, draconic tattoos, his eyes burning with an eerie green light as he casts out, "Return what you have stolen from Raganorth," his voice carrying a tone of both command and menace, and the crowd gasps, stepping back, creating a wide berth around the intruders. He raises his hand, a swirling mass of dark energy began to form between them. At his sides, 5 different disciples follow suit, their hands crackling with arcane power, the air growing heavy with the smell of sulfur and acid. And let me pull you guys over to the map and reveal where things are for ya.
Boric.
Yeah, he's up there.
I love him.
And you see as these figures step forward, and as he begins to say these words to you, the main leader, I need everyone who's down below, who's getting married right now, to make me a dexterity saving throw. So
Does that include me and Boudoir?
Boudoir rolled a nat 1.
Oh, boudoir.
Aether got a 17 on the saving throw.
25.
Seraphina got a 12.
And what did Nerissa, what did you roll?
28.
Okay, anyone who rolled above an 18 succeeds. Everyone else takes, well, everyone who rolled and succeeded will still take damage. Anyone who succeeded takes 11 points of damage. Anyone who failed takes 23 points of acid damage. As
I evade.
okay,
I take no damage.
you take no damage.
The numbers, it cut out a little bit for me.
11 points to those who succeeded, and 23 to those who did not.
I was 1 away from succeeding. I'm
yeah,
so
you were, babe.
angry.
You were. And oh goodness, sorry, looking at things. So many things are happening. It's not the right shape. As that kind of stays there. And this guy is concentrating on a spell. With that, I need everybody to roll initiative as the Archmages of Raganorth, the Communion of the Black Hand, attack.
What bitches they are. For a wedding. $14.
24.
Oh, I will ask person to person. Just so everyone's
Sorry.
aware. You're good. I just don't want to get lost in the sauce. Crick, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 17.
What's your dex?
My dex is a 20, so +5.
Okay. Mariana?
14.
Nerissa?
16.
Aether?
I got a 19.
Talara?
10.
And Seraphina?
24.
Okay, so for this first round of combat, anyone who was able to spot these figures isn't considered surprised. But that means the two people, so Talara and Aether, who didn't spot them at first, you will be skipped for this round, as it is a surprise round. With that brings it up to Seraphina. What are you doing on your turn as you spot this?
I'm gonna go ahead and invoke Blade Song. So Seraphina during the ceremony probably like had it positioned where it wasn't noticeable, but she absolutely has her sword in the back of her dress, so she just does like a Wonder Woman kind of a move and pulls it out, kind of a deal. Invokes Blade Song. And then at this point they're still farther away from us, right?
They're all on the ship.
Oh, they're all on the ship, but we're not on the ship. We're on the water. Okay.
Yeah.
Shits. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use Eupharius's minute meters then. Meteors. Okay. And so that's a concentration, and I just create them. I'm going to go ahead and Am I allowed to send all 6 of them out at the same time, or
What does the spell say?
it's saying just 1 or 2. So I will go ahead and get 2 of them, sending them streaking toward a point or points you choose within 120 feet of me. Once a meteor reaches its destination or impacts against a solid surface, the meteor explodes. Each creature within 5 distance. Okay, hold, please let me pull up. Because I'm gonna hit the big bad token who is not anywhere 5 feet within anyone.
Okay.
And then I'm going to also hit...
I will remind you that they are not pictured, but there are guests everywhere. Just so everyone's aware.
Meteors might hit a bunch of people. And the ship.
Well, so I'm aiming the meteor at the person, so if it impacts the person, it hopefully will do lesser damage to the ship. And then I'll hit the guy in the very back far left corner with the orange dot up in the upper right. So I'm gonna hit both of those two. And each creature so they must take a dexterity saving throw.
They all fail. They fail?
Huh?
They failed?
Oh, yes. Perfect. Okay, so both of them take 6 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Alrighty, that brings it to the Archmage of Acid. What is he going to do?
He's high?
No. Love you to death, but no.
He's higher than us.
He's gonna use his action to have everyone in there take another 2d8 acid damage. You all take 12 points of acid damage.
You said 12 points?
Yes, 12 points. And then he is going, you guys see as he these kind of skeletal-like wings shoot out from his back, and he begins flying upwards, and is now kind of in line with the mast 20 feet up. And that's his turn, bringing it to Crick with Nerissa and Mariana on deck.
Okay, so the big guy just moved up.
Yep.
Like 20 feet.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Crick is gonna move a little bit if they can. They're everywhere, but that's okay.
Mhm.
Somewhere around there. I think they'll move here, and then they're gonna Eldritch Blast. I have a lot more blasts than I used to.
Yeah, you do.
That's a 25 to hit for the first one.
Yeah, it hits.
Second one will not hit. That was like a 3 on the die. What's his plus? I don't know. It's probably still 1 hit, but
It's plus
let
10.
me see, buddy. Okay, so 13 for that one.
Nope.
And that's an 18 plus 10 for the third.
Yeah, that hits.
So 2
Two
hit.
of them hit. Okay. And then give
Okay.
me the damage
He's doing his best.
individually.
Sure. So that's wait. 10 for the first one.
Okay.
In total.
Do you have Agonizing Blast?
Yes. That's 14 for the second.
Okay.
And
You only hit on 2 of them, babe.
oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Those
yeah.
are my stuff, I
You
think.
shoot out those Eldritch Blasts, and it kind of catches him off guard, and he loses concentration on the Acid Rain.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Agonizing Blast does push him back, but he's in the air. Like pushes him back 10 feet. But
Agonizing Blast is adding your Charisma modifier to the damage output. That is...
Repelling Blast.
That's Repelling Blast. Is
I
what
do have
pushes- Okay.
Repelling Blast as well. I was
Okay, so
mixing
he's
them up.
there. So I think now he'd kind of be over here. Push back. Is that it for your turn? Okay, that brings it to the other enemy's turn. They're going to they're both gonna cast Magic Missile. One of them is gonna be at Aether, and one of them is gonna be at Nerissa.
That's so rude.
How dare!
We're all personally offended by this.
Okay.
We just got married.
These guys are
You guys
assholes.
stole. You guys stole the magic stuff.
No, we
Pirates. They'll get over it.
They'll get over it.
It'll pass.
Nerissa, you take 7 points of force damage. Aether, you
I am going to
take-
use my reaction to use Swarming Dispersal.
Okay. What does that do?
So I take half, which that's not the important part. Boop, boop, boop. She teleports 30 feet with her swarm.
Okay.
So I am going to send her on 5, 10, 15.
While that's happening, Aether, you took 13 points of force damage.
Lovely, thank you.
Okay. And then those two are going to. This one's gonna move just back here a little bit, and that one's gonna stay where it's at. Now it brings it to Nerissa and with Mariana on deck.
Okay, so Nerissa definitely left the saltwater recurve in the captain's quarters when she was getting ready. So she is going to run. She can make it just to the door. With that. And then...
Does it not say on the
um,
saltwater recurve that you can summon it as a bonus action? It should.
I don't believe so. Let me double check. It does not.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking about another weapon. Sorry. Move on.
That's okay. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Now that she is on deck, she's going to cast Guardian of Nature on herself.
What does that do?
Specifically, she's going to do the Great Tree. So her skin appears barky and leaves sprout from her hair. She gains 10 temporary hit points, makes Constitution saving throws with advantage, makes Dexterity and Wisdom-based attacks with advantage, and while she is on the ground, the area within 15 feet of her is difficult terrain.
Okay, the big guy is gonna use his reaction to counterspell that.
Can I counterspell? Oh wait, I don't have a turn right now. I can't.
No, this is a surprise round.
Yeah.
Can I counterspell?
Yeah, one of the disciples is gonna counterspell your counterspell.
Look at him.
Damn. I
Counterspell.
tried.
It's okay.
Counterspell
I need
his counterspell.
the
Wait,
other
can I
disciple.
counter?
Wait, are you? I don't think you're
Okay.
within range.
Oh, I'm not.
You're
Okay.
not within range.
Dang it.
Crick's in within range, but I need Crick. I need you to roll a D100,
I did
and
my
I'm gonna
darndest.
roll a D100 as well.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay. 75.
I rolled a
Floor beneath you
100.
becomes lava.
No!
Crick, you start glowing with a bright light within 30 feet of you. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of you is blinded until the end of its next turn. So, so currently, the one of the disciples, Marin are blinded right now. The other guy rolled 100. Oh, that's not fun. I'll roll again because he doesn't have sorcery points.
Where was that in Below the Grove? Where was my 100?
I don't know. The
Crick
other
just has a bright personality.
you see as the disciple that's next to Crick, he starts like cowering in fear of Crick.
The appropriate response.
But that does allow the original counter spell on Nerissa's to go through, so you do not have your Guardian of Nature up.
Is fine. She'll use her action then, because that Guardian of Nature is a bonus action.
Okay.
To run into the cabin and grab her bow.
Okay, I'll say
And
that's
then run
15
back.
feet in and then 15 feet out, so that uses your movement
Perfect.
for that turn. That brings it to Mariana. What are you doing?
All right. Action. Bonus action. Action. Okay. So when the acid came up, I think she, like, to dodge it, kicked up the water to, like, sizzle. And as it sizzles away, she rips up the bottom of her dress and reveals, like, she's got the rapier underneath it, and the water and the dress just goes into the water, and it's biodegradable. And she's going to use her action to do Soul's Refuge on Aether. So that means that for a minute, you are resistant to all types of damage. So, I'm going to, I think Mariana's eyes, like, where she's got, like, grayish pupils, they go completely white. She's got, like, no pupils. And, like, a smoke, like, and, like, her skin, like, sizzles on top of Aether as she, like, says that. And just like, all right, good luck, groom. And then is going to cast bonus action, Spiritual Weapon. I'm going to put it... What's my range on Spiritual Weapon? Let me see that real quick. Because I had it, and then I put it down.
I think it's either 30
Nice.
or 60. I don't remember.
Tis 60. I'll put it in between these motherfuckers.
Okay, let me see
I
if
don't know
I
if
have
it's-
something that would resemble that.
Good.
Don't mind the absolutely big photo that's going to come up. Oh, it didn't. Okay, cool.
Ooh.
Sure. It's a little bubble.
Yeah, sure. But she kind of shoots out, and then this shimmering light of a similar rapier, but it has like this lantern hanging off the end of it to simulate her god. So as a bonus action, when it gets summoned, it can also attack. So are any of these guys concentrating on anything, or is that just the colors that to
That's just
identify
how I'm
them?
coordinating them in my notes.
Okay. I'll hit this motherfucker, the orange one.
Okay.
With it, which is melee spell attack, and then it's a D8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier for damage. So melee spell attack first. 26.
Yeah.
Then to add anything else, D8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So that's 10 points of force damage as it stabs into it. And then movement, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's going to run and climb up the top to stand on the edge of it and hold onto the mast. Basically, like, on the edge there.
Okay.
And her dress is now cut up to her knees, and you can see that she's wearing, like, her normal, like, armored boots, just, like, running.
Yeah. All right.
And that's her turn.
I just have to something. Okay. That brings it to the other disciples' turns. They're going to... What are they going to do? All three of them are going to cast Magic Missile. I'll let Mariana.
What up, babes?
For the first one, you take 11 points of force damage.
Okay.
For the second one, you take 8 points of force damage. The third one, you take 9 points of force damage.
Okay. Were any of those that orange motherfucker?
Yes.
I'll hellish rebuke him then.
Okay.
I think it's, hold on, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, he's within range. So he needs to make a saving throw. Make a dexterity? Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Okay, what is his dex? 17.
That is a failure.
Damn.
And then, yeah. And then I have to double check because I think Hellish Rebuke, if you're using it as a racial ability, is always cast at second level once a day.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
Second level spell, so that's second level, so that's 3d10. Where are you?
And I'm
so
so
sorry. You. Okay, there's my 3d10. Ooh, that's pretty good. 20 points. I think we reflavored it to cold damage.
Yes.
20 points of cold damage, so as it hits it, like, the chill of death runs up his spine.
Ah. Okay. Anything else with your... Oh, that's not your turn.
Yeah, that's my reaction.
Forgot that was a thing.
It might be cold damage, but Mariana's pretty hot right now.
Thanks.
That brings it to... Oh, I don't know if Warwick saw it or not. Nope. He doesn't get to be here. I guess they're surprised they don't get to do anything. Oh shit, I didn't get up Skethragor's shit.
Kraken!
Yeah, Kraken.
I love him.
And he's a full adult-grown Kraken now, so...
Ooh.
Ooh.
I cannot put him on the screen, he takes up too much of it. Just so everyone's aware.
He's just underneath the water.
Yeah. He's gonna go ahead, he's gonna have the storm above. He takes 3 lightning bolts and throws them down at the dude. He needs to make 3 dexterity saving throws. He only succeeds on 1 of them. That's so much damage. Holy shit. Can I have someone roll me 4d10 and then another person roll me 4d10, please?
I'll do 4.
I'll do the other 4.
Thank you.
Oh, go ahead.
Rick loves their buddy.
Jesus Christ.
Crick's just like, he's a silly little guy. The silly little guy just did 8d10 damage.
Well, and I'm also rolling 4d10.
Oh, 12d10.
I love him. He's great.
27.
30. I got a 10 on one of them, and I went.
I rolled really shitty on mine, so that's 50 damage, so it's quite a bit. 50 plus damage. Already, yeah, you see these 3 lightning bolts shoot down from the sky and start to hit the guy that's flying up in the air, and that's as his action. He's kind of you can see his head kind of popping out over the ship, and everyone's like, "Oh fuck, a kraken!" And they're all starting to go to run once it's their turn. Did the pirate crew see? Nope. That brings it back up to Seraphina with Aether and Crick on deck.
Cool. Okay, so Seraphina's going to use bonus action to use 2 more of those meteors. She's gonna go for we'll go with the same 2, big guy and the orange one.
Okay.
And so they have to make dexterity saving throws.
They both succeed.
Dang. Okay, then they take half as much damage. So that's they both take 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then for her actual turn, she is going to go ahead and use Disintegrate on Big Boy.
Okay. He's gonna counterspell. Wait, no, he hasn't had his turn back.
Haha!
And also no one else is in range. Okay.
So he must make another dexterity saving throw.
God, I love Disintegrate.
Natural 20.
We all kiss Seraphina.
She'll accept.
He succeeded. He rolled a natural 20.
Damn it! Okay, I don't think... Because it only says on a failed save, it doesn't give me...
Yeah, I don't think anything happens if he succeeds.
Damn it. Alright, well. I guess she'll move closer to everyone then.
Okay.
And that'll be her turn.
Okay. Skephragor is going to take a legendary action and do 1 more bolt of lightning down at that dude, and he fails it. He takes 14 more points of damage. And then that brings it to his turn, and he's going to put their stats on this side. Seeing you try to disintegrate him, he's gonna try to disintegrate you.
No!
Okay.
So go ahead, roll me that save.
You have counterspell, Seraphina?
I do. I will go
within
ahead and
range?
counterspell. Am I in range? Because I said I came up. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't move my thing. I think I would have gone probably next to Mariana.
Okay, then you're within range. He does get his counterspell back, so he's gonna counterspell yours at a 4th level, so.
Can I counterspell it?
No, you're
Higher level?
You can, yeah, if you want. But you didn't
I'll
say
say
that.
counter. Oh, okay, okay, that's fine.
Silvery barbs on whatever he rolls. If he succeeds, he does casting silvery barbs.
Well, it's the 4th. He casts counterspell at 4th level, and counterspell is normally 3rd level, so it automatically cancels out.
Oh, okay, never
But
mind.
You guys have to roll
Ugh.
on the Wild Magic Surge table. Oh my gosh, so many things!
My brain just heard roll, and I was like, I have something for that.
Okay, this one doesn't take effect. He looks really oiled up because he cast grease on himself.
Oh wow, he's oily.
Oh wow.
10d6. Holy fuck.
Because of question.
Mhm.
Because I used counterspell, I cannot use my Song of Defense. Is that correct? Because that's a reaction.
Correct. You don't have a
Okay.
reaction until your next turn.
Okay.
Did you make a save against the disintegrate yet?
No, sorry. Okay.
Okay, make that-
That's
Because
a
if you
dex save.
succeed, it doesn't do anything.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. Okay.
That's all
come on,
hope.
dex. a 19.
That succeeds.
Oh, yes!
Just barely. He's gonna go ahead and then use that to fly over this way a bit, and that's his turn. That brings it to Aether. What are you doing with Crick on deck?
Aether is going to move, I guess. Yeah, everyone's getting back on the ship. They'll get up here. And they, as they're running, they like reach into like the back of their pants of like a pocket that no one realized was there and pulls out their gun. And they're gonna take 3 shots at the big guy. First one is a 19 to hit. Second is a 17. And the third is a 13.
The first 2 hit.
Okay. Five. Okay. 12 piercing damage. And then another 9. So 21 so far. And then max damage. So in total, it's 21 plus 14, 35 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Good to know. Anything else on your turn?
No, I realized I wanted to do something else, but this is fine. I did 35 damage. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Alrighty, that brings it to Crick. Yeah, you're glowing right now. Till the end of your turn.
I love that for them. They're definitely glowing. He will move a little bit though to help out the cool lady. And there's a bad guy, like right across from him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's gonna use his packed weapon, which is his bracers of the daggers that he has, so he can make 2 attacks with those. 21 to hit.
Yep.
And that is another like 24.
Yeah, and you're going for the green dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
E4 time. Okay. Uh, 21 points of piercing damage in total.
Alright,
Both
awesome.
attacks.
Anything else on your turn, dear Crick?
Bonus action, to the guy he was just next to, he's going to summon his Tentacle of the Deep and then have that be right next to him. It can't make an attack on this turn, but it'll be there.
Okay. It'll also be the little bubble. And
Yes, but that's the end of his turn.
okay. That brings it to their turns again. Oh gosh, so many things. They're gonna cast. Ooh, yeah. I need Seraphina, Aether, and Mariana to make me 3 dexterity saving throws.
Each or
3
just
each?
one?
Each.
Fuck.
Okay.
Either remember you're resistant to all damage.
I'm so glad.
Mariana, would
I'm
you
gonna
roll?
get the shit beat out of me.
21, 21, 27.
Okay, you take no damage because of evasion. Either?
9, 14, and 17.
Okay, yeah. You take a total of 72 points of acid damage from the 3 acid balls that have been splotted down on you guys. So
Okay.
that halved is 36.
Great.
Serafina, what'd you roll, babe?
A 17 and an 18. And also a nat 1.
Okay. So you take 48 points of damage, acid damage total.
Okay.
Yeah, that's their turns. They're actually, and then with their movement, this guy's gonna come here, this guy's gonna come here. And yeah. Then that brings it to Nerissa with Mariana on deck. What are you guys doing?
Okay. Nerissa doesn't like seeing people ganging up on Crick. So first one... Oops, I'm not on the right thing. She's gonna shoot this one first. Which now I have to go over here. Okay. That would be an 18 to hit. Okay.
That hits.
So that is... 13, 16, 26 points of damage.
Okay.
And then she will shoot him again. That's a 17 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. I would like everyone to know that is a 2 on the dice.
High level, man.
19. 29 points of damage on that one.
Okay, describe how you kill it.
These two, she notices these two dudes going towards Crick, and she's like, not on my fucking watch. And just in quick succession, 2 arrows, and one ends up hitting, like, in the shoulder, and the other one ends up going, like, through his neck.
Okay.
And he falls to the ground, and she's just like, no one touches my little lizard friend.
Alright.
And then she's gonna realize that her dress is being kind of a pain, and she, like, grabs it and lifts it up and just ties it. Cause she ain't ripping her pretty dress.
No, never.
And as her bonus action, she will cast Hunter's Mark on the other one that's by Crick.
Okay.
And that'll be everything.
Alrighty, Mariana, what are you doing?
She's got the same kind of mindset. She's just going to run over to Crick. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 here. It's basically like readying up to like, if she wants to do like a jump stab kind of situation.
Okay.
For the vibe of what she's going for. That is a natural 20. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So roll that sneak attack.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Crick loves his friends.
So it's 6 plus 5. So it's default 49. And then plus I rolled max on the damage die too. And then plus 66. Two more. 2 ones. All right, that's 80 points of damage.
How do you kill it?
She runs in, rapier up, and then as it's like turning, gets it through the throat. and then pulls back. And then she's gonna use her grave ability, her whales.
Mhm.
So I roll 3 sneak attack and do necrotic damage to 30 feet. So we'll do this guy.
Okay.
So 3d6. Ooh. 16 points of necrotic damage as like that, and she banshee wails through a crowd of people toward that guy.
Okay. Yeah.
And then bonus action spiritual weapon. So attack roll for orange guy again. 16 to hit.
Is your whales a bonus action ability?
No, it just says after you do it, you can
Okay.
choose to do that.
Okay.
That the 16 hit?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Was not expecting that. And then 13 points of damage as my spiritual weapon rapier stabs that guy again.
Okay.
And then she's got 5 more feet, so she's gonna take a step this way.
All right. Brings it to their turn. They're on this side. They're gonna cast. Oh yeah, this guy's gonna step here, and he's gonna cast Thunder Wave at Marin and Talara. So I need you both to make. So I think it's a Constitution saving throw for me.
That's a 22.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yes.
But you still take damage. You take 10 points of thunder damage. Sorry, no, 5 points of thunder damage. She failed and gets pushed back here.
Raven, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, is there somebody, like one of Crick's allies that are in 10 feet of the tentacle? Like from any point? It's hard for me to see.
Yeah,
Because if
Talara
not,
is.
then
Talara is.
then I can reduce that damage. Just as anyone that's in that area, if they get hit with an attack, the damage can be reduced by 2d8. I rolled like a 4, so you didn't take any damage. It's just whenever a creature's in.
Yeah.
10
So
feet of
Talara,
it.
you don't take
Gotcha.
any of that
Okay.
damage. But Marin was still pushed back by the spell. The other one is going to cast Magic Missile at 5th level. Nerissa, you take 18 points of force damage as this one over here shoots magic missiles at you.
Yep.
And that brings it to Lara with all the NPCs on deck.
Okay. Question about the crowd. So, I know you said there's pretty much people everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But-
Also that acid ball killed like a few guests.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So these guys here,
Mhm.
I'm gonna just I'm wondering, because it's been a full turn, if there's anyone within these guys. I would think a crowd's reaction would be like, "Oh shit, there's guys
they
there."
they have an initiative, and because it was a
Got it,
surprise
okay.
round, they didn't get to go anywhere. They're down a
Gotcha.
little bit from you, so there's still guests on the ship.
So there's still in. Can you see my circle?
Yes. Yeah, there's
Okay,
still
yeah,
guests around.
There's still guests there. Okay.
Mhm.
Then instead, I will go ahead and use Finger of Death on the big guy.
Okay, one of the disciples is going to counterspell you.
I will counterspell it if I can with a sorcery point to use.
Counterspell's a
Quicken
reaction.
Spell.
The reaction.
I can't quicken spell. Okay.
Counterspell is
Oh
a
wait, I
reaction.
can just do it.
You can just do it.
I can just do it. Yeah, I'll counterspell it at a 4th level.
Okay, yeah, that goes through. But go ahead and roll me a D100 for the Wild Magic Surge table.
Heck yeah. A 90.
You become invisible for the next minute. During that time, other creatures cannot hear you. The invisibility ends if you attack or cast a spell.
Cool. Does that happen before or after I cast Finger of Death?
That was after.
Okay. So the big guy will have to make a Constitution save.
A 15.
That does not save. So he takes 78 plus 30 damage. So give me a second. Later. So he takes 58 points of damage.
Okay.
Necrotic if it matters.
Okay.
And that is her turn.
Alrighty. That brings you to all of the NPCs ever. Bart's gonna try to jump up and get that guy that's flying in the air, and he does. But he needs to make a grapple check, so. Yeah. Okay, yeah, he jumps up and tackles that guy to the ground, and they both take damage as they do. D6s. They each take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as they fall down onto the ground. I'll have Warwick there and that guy there. And then that was his action. So yeah, he has the dude grappled. So anyone, I think, who tries to attack him has advantage, as long as it is a melee or ranged spell. Not spell, attack. And then the guests all start fleeing. They get about halfway. They're towards that gangplank that's there now. Skethorgor is gonna take his turn. Good God. He has so much he can do. He's just gonna do his multi-attack. And do it at this guy. That's next to Talara. You see as he grabs that guy up in the air and flings him out into the ocean. And that's Skethorgor's turn. The pirates now are all gonna go, and that includes Marin. So I'm just gonna roll just a group to see how many they hit. And yeah, they all take some damage. They all take some damage. Okay. And then that brings it up to Seraphina. What are you doing?
Seraphina's gonna run up to this guy. All the while, she's going to be screaming, should we be Worried about the Kraken as well that's coming out because like she hasn't met Crick or the Kraken, so
He's a
she's
guest.
just doing okay, cool.
Buddy, old
So
pal.
Who's saying that? Because again, she hasn't actually met Crick yet.
Yeah,
so
ever. She's never met Crick.
So she's just like running and just like, okay, cool. She goes ahead and bonus actions both of the last two of the meteors to Orange Guy.
Okay.
So he has to make 2 dexterity saving throws.
He fails both of them.
Yes, that means 24 total fire damage to him.
Yeah, he incinerates onto the ground in front of you.
Perfect. So then she's going to go ahead and move to this guy. What are these purple things?
One is a spiritual weapon and one's a tentacle from Crick.
Okay, perfect. So there's
There are summons.
I'll put myself right there. So she's going to attack this guy with her sword.
Okay.
And that's going to be a come on, good roll. Plus 7 is a 17 to hit.
That just hits.
Perfect. And then she gets an extra attack. So do you want me to roll the damage first or the second attack?
The second attack, please.
Okay. That is a 16. So that does not hit.
Ether and
Okay,
Crick, you guys
so
will attack.
1d8. Where the heck is my d8? There it is. So that's 2 plus 8. So 10 piercing damage from that one attack.
Okay.
And that'll be her turn.
Alrighty. Okay. And then that brings it to the Archmage's turn. He's on the ground now. He's going to... Ooh, yeah, he's gonna do that. He's gonna cast Cone of Cold in a direction towards almost literally everyone in front of him. Let me see, that's a 60-foot cone.
He
measuring.
Restrained. Does that matter at all with this?
Nope, because he has the Warcaster feat. So he doesn't need.
Versus.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Me,
okay.
babes.
Yeah. So Seraphina, go ahead and make that. I think it's a Constitution saving throw. Yes. And then his guy's just gonna be fucking kaput, I think. Yeah, he's not the one.
That's a 19 plus 4 is 23 plus
You succeed.
5 is 28.
You succeed, you're fine. But you still take damage.
Damn.
Okay, can I have someone roll me 4d8, please?
I will, because I have them ready.
Thank you.
That's 27. I wish I rolled that well.
Okay, So Seraphina, you take 23 points of cold damage.
I'm going to use my reaction for Song of Defense and sacrifice a second level spell, and so that's 10 points reduced, so 13 instead.
Okay. That's cool. And then that dude next to you kind of feels like himself being frozen, but he's still alive.
Damn it.
And these ones are a bit hardier. And yeah, that's his turn. That brings it to Aether with Crick on deck.
Okay, Aether is pissed and is going to move 5, 10, 15. I can move like around Warwick, right? Like through the space that he's in,
I
because
mean,
he's larger than me.
yeah.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna use evasive footwork to raise my AC by.
You also have an AC of +2 now that you are
4.
within 30 feet of your wife.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife! So 14 plus 4 plus 2, so 20 AC. And, they are just gonna let out their whole attacks on this guy, because he's being grappled, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Good thing, because that was a nat 1. 28 on the first one.
Yeah.
17 on the second one.
Mhm.
And then
The second one doesn't hit.
okay, I'll use the third one then. And then 27 for the third.
Mhm.
So then that is 2d6. 5, 4 plus 2, 11, and then another 16, 17, 18 points of piercing damage. And then I'm gonna action surge and do another 2 attacks.
Okay.
And then, or another 3 attacks. Yeah, 18 on the die, 29. 22,
Mhm.
and then 23.
Mhm.
So, okay. 5 plus another 5 plus, so 10, 14, 15, another 16 points of piercing damage. And let me just double check something. On your turn, you can take 1 additional action. Okay, so since I action surge, do I still have action surge? Isn't a bonus action, right?
Nope, you just get another action.
Oh shoot, never mind. I used all 3 of my attacks. Yeah, and the entire time they're just muttering to themselves, like, "Of course that fucking rat bastard finds a way to ruin our wedding. I thought I was done with him," and it's just shooting and is fuming. It's like, "On my fucking wedding day."
Okay. Is that it? Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Great. What are you doing, babe?
Question for the DM.
Mhm.
Who was like Aether attacking the big guy?
Yeah, the big guy.
Would it take an action to tell how like bad they look?
They're looking pretty bad. Pretty bloodied.
Prick is very grumpy. They're just like, "I almost died too many times. This is not fun." Power World stun to the big guy. They're like, "Stop trying to ruin my friend's day." Boop.
Okay, what does that do?
It just
you
works.
A word of power that can overwhelm the mind of one creature you can see within range, leaving it dumbfounded. If the target has 150 hit points or fewer, it is stunned. Otherwise, the spell has no effect.
Yeah, okay. You see as he's like struggling trying to cast spells in Warg's grip. You say, "Don't," you say your little speech, and he just starts like in this moment, and he's like stunned, and he's like trying to like say spells in his like, but it's all coming out as slurred speech.
Go get him,
Slow
guys.
your words, motherfucker.
No, we form Voltron and
But yeah, that's his turn.
Okay, this guy here is gonna go up here, so Seraphina, you have an opportunity attack if you'd like to take it.
Absolutely. I'm gonna do that with my sword. That is a 19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And 6 plus 8, 14.
Okay. You do that, and he's gonna go ahead and place his hand on his archmage and just be like, and just start speaking, casting the spell Teleport.
Anyone got a counterspell?
Teleport
Now's the time to use it.
I don't have my reaction.
Yeah.
yet.
I do. Yeah, I don't have my reaction.
I would say Crick does, but can I after my turn? Like, they still have the spell slot for it.
If you
Yeah,
haven't
are
used
they
your
in
reaction
range?
yet, then yes.
You can use
Well,
it,
you
yeah.
just got your reaction
Yeah.
back because it was your turn.
Mm-hmm.
So can I?
Are you counterspelling it?
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna try to counterspell your counterspell. What level are you countering it at?
You have to use your max level as a warlock, right?
Yeah.
So it's your max
Yeah.
spell
So
slot
what?
level,
So
which is
what?
5.
What spell level? You have 5?
My fifth.
Okay. He counterspells it at a basic
Silvery
3rd level.
barbs.
Can you use silvery barbs on a counterspell?
I'm pretty sure it's whenever someone rolls a d20 on
I think it's an
An
ability
attack.
check, too.
attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
I think it should count.
It's technically an ability check to see if you're able to counter it at that high of a level. Please, it's my wedding day.
We already let Marin's dad teleport it away. We can't let this guy teleport away, too.
It's my wedding day. I laid so many bullets in this bitch. Please.
It's their wedding day, and they have the perfect view of their beautiful wife,
Can't fucking read what
who
this
definitely
says.
winked at them as they ran past her on the stairs.
I rolled higher on that second roll.
No.
Does anyone else have another counter spell? How did you guys not get your reactions back? You guys should have gotten them back.
Seraphina just used hers, and
Yeah,
Talara
Seraphina,
already
yeah.
used hers and hasn't gotten her turn again.
I
Is there anything else we can do?
don't think so.
Let me see if I have silvery barbs. That would be great, wouldn't it?
Can I use it again? No.
They
I do
teleport
not have
away
it.
somewhere else
Oh.
on the plane of Aramel. And with that, you can see that one dude just off in the ocean, just floating dead. And Nerissa's little seahorses are going to go grab him so that Nerissa can deal with it. And you guys are out of initiative. And as the sun begins to set, casting a golden glow over the horizon as the battle on the pirate ship drew to a close, the mages lay defeated, mostly. Their acid-based attacks neutralized with the combined might of the wedding party and the guests. The crew quickly set about cleaning the deck, washing away the remnants of the fight, and restoring the ship to its former glory. Is there anything you guys immediately do as battle subsides?
I give a healing potion to Seraphina. I'll give
She
you.
gladly takes it.
What do I have? I'll give you a potion of greater healing.
How much is that?
I don't know.
44
Like
plus 4.
D8 plus 4.
It's
40
48.
48,
I
sorry.
was like 44.
44.
Or yeah, 4d4 plus 4.
Yeah, 4d4 plus 4. Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
I think the only d8 I think is the supreme.
Isn't it 4?
Yeah.
But isn't it 4d4? Isn't that a regular healing potion?
No,
I think
that's
the
2d4.
regular is 2d4.
2d4.
2d4. Wow. Basic healing potion doesn't do a lot.
No.
No.
Speaking of, Aether's gonna take a regular healing potion.
I
Nerissa would like to take a look at who died from the acid bomb.
Who was right there?
Random people.
Oh no.
No one of consequences.
Arky's parents.
No. It's Nerissa's sister was right there.
I'll gentle propose her then. If I see her, I'll gentle propose her
Okay.
immediately. If she's dead, if she's unconscious, I'll bring her back to life. Is she unconscious?
She's a commoner and had 4 hit points.
Oh.
yeah. Okay.
And
I'll
took
gentle.
took 48 points of damage. 72
I think
actually.
she'll be fine. I think she'll be fine. She's fine.
She's fine.
Don't worry.
I'll gentle propose her as soon as we see her, so that we can bring her back.
Yeah, revivify it.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d20. DC of 10.
It's good to know the sister hasn't died before.
Thing.
Yeah.
Not what I expected when we said a killer wedding.
Okay,
Yeah.
gentle repose. Gentle repose.
It's okay, it's still on. It won't go off until she succeeds.
Was it 8?
No!
It's okay, she's got 3 diamonds. Do it again.
Honestly.
She uses her wedding ring. Hold on.
She needs to come to the reception.
Let me look at the homebrew rules real quick
No!
for resurrection. The spell fails, because you didn't meet the DC. You will now have to try. I think someone else either needs to try Revivify, or you need a higher level spell.
Yeah.
Wait.
Nerissa, just roll me 100. You're trying to get lower than your level.
Lower.
Lower than
Oh!
Oh, I know what I'm trying to do.
Divine, yeah.
Divine intervention. Well,
Get a 15.
I got so close. I got 17.
Oh!
So, I
Can
have a
I-
question.
Yeah, what's your question?
Well, 2 things, but the big thing is I had a scroll of true resurrection.
You use that on Marin to get her back.
That's right. I didn't delete anything from. I guess I forgot to delete it from my thing, and I was like, "Did we have another one?" Which would be bonkers. Okay.
Can I, as a
Not the
person...
type of warlock that can revivify.
Marin is a paladin, so I think she has it. So
Oh, yeah,
I'll
Marin.
just have her roll real quick.
Can I give her the help action by giving her a kiss?
Yeah!
Just a look and then re-rolling.
You see as she comes over and kind of places your hands back on your sister's chest, Nerissa, as she casts the magic through your hands as well. And you can see as the diamond in your hand kind of turns to dust and kind of goes into your sister's form, and kind of glows a bit. And the moment kind of stands still before you can see her chest rise again.
Cure wounds.
Oh, hello? What happened?
She's back at full. Commoner stats.
Ow.
Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Did I drink too much?
Wedding!
Totally. Yep. And I
Yeah,
just got rid
yeah.
of your hangover because I'm the best sister ever.
Okay.
Normal wedding thing.
And she's so
for
utterly
sure.
confused. Like, she probably hit her head when she hit the deck. You got married! And she kind of gives you a hug.
Hug. Wipe sweat from brow.
And like, the blood that's all over you from your
Oh, yeah.
sister. Yeah. Kind of giving you a hug. All the guests are like, is it over?
All right, the entertainment portion's done. It's time to go to the reception, everybody.
I want to do what I was gonna do on my following turn. I was legitimately gonna use my turn to cast Sending to Barky. I'm not even kidding you. I wanted to cast Sending. It can go anywhere, essentially.
I'm just looking up a specific thing that he has. To see
Okay.
if it's what kind of magic is sending? What's this cool?
Evocation.
Okay. What do you say?
You asshole, you could have gone after us at any other time, but you wait for their wedding. Fuck you.
You know that it is received, but there is no response.
Sure, that's fine.
I grab Talar's hand and put it to my ear like a phone and go, and another thing, you bastard.
I think I have enough words for that.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the end of the call.
Okay. Yeah. You see Nerissa, you see his boudoir is like on the side of the ship. She's like, "Is everything okay?"
Yeah, you can come back now.
You see Warwick goes over to her and like picks her up. It's like, "You'll be okay." Kind of just patting her head, just very gently.
Oh, wow, she really liked being picked up. Look at that grin on her face.
Yeah, she does.
Is it time for baked potatoes?
It is, yes.
Yes, everyone,
Hey!
go down the gangplank and towards the dock. We'll have everything situated while we get the betrothed, the wife, and the husband cleaned up. And Boudoir kind of just has Warwick kind of just take everyone towards the docks. What the fuck just happened?
Oh god.
That's so scary.
Discord?
Your camera is homophobic.
Yeah, apparently.
Not again.
Yeah. While that's happening, Aether and Nerissa, you guys kind of have the first moment alone since you were married to kind of clean up and do whatever.
Nerissa lets down her dress.
Aether is just like mopping up blood. It's like, I mean, this isn't how I expected the wedding to go, but
I also can't say I'm surprised. Would it really be us if there wasn't some chaos?
no, it wouldn't. But I'm here, we're alive, I'm here, and they take her hands and it's like, with my beloved wife, and I couldn't be happier.
Me either. You should check the inside of your ring, by the way.
They like check, they like take it off and they like check it.
On the inside is a very fine engraving in, like, it looks like a microscopic version of Nerissa's handwriting. That says, the ocean's lifelong love, and then the date of their wedding.
Aether, like, I don't think, like, I as a player have cried. I don't think that Aether has cried up till this point, but they just sit there looking at it and they're like, usually like everything about them is very windswept, but right now they're very still. And they just stand there looking at it and their eyes like slowly start to fill with tears. And they just look up and in like a quiet voice just go, I love you.
Love you too. And I'm gonna make sure you know it every single fucking day.
I pull her into a kiss.
Yeah.
Can Talaris start doing like combination of like prestidigitation and like minor illusion to do like fireworks, just like above around them?
Aether pulls back, is like, damn, I really thought we were alone.
I mean, it's from far away.
I mean, look, if people want to watch or whatever, this is them again.
This is the day for it.
I used that material to make wind chimes.
I think they have like a little romantic moment. Nerissa definitely pulls them into like a little silent dance.
Okay.
They have a little waltz to no music on the boat.
Okay. With your faces smudged with soot and your wedding attire a little bit singed but intact, you take a moment to catch your breath, and with the help of your friends, you're able to clean yourselves up into your reception clothes. Nerissa's new dress shimmers like the ocean waves, and Aether is donned in a crisp, elegant outfit befitting the occasion. You emerge from the captain's quarters, the sun dipped lower, casting a warm glow over the assembled guests. Lined along the deck were their loyal pirate crew, each member standing tall and proud with their swords raised high to form an archway. The crew's face beamed with admiration and joy, their eyes reflecting the evening light. Nerissa and Aether, you exchange a glance, your hearts kind of swelling with love and gratitude. Hand in hand, you approach the archway of raised swords, and as you stepped beneath the gleaming blades, the crew let out a hearty cheer, and their voices filled with celebration and pride. "To the Tidebearer and her Tempest!" Warwick shouts, with the rest of the crew echoing with gusto. Fireworks lighting off as Talara's just doing this. As fireworks light off. The crowd watches, wrapped with attention, their hearts warmed by the sight of the couple's love. The earlier battle seemed a distant memory, replaced by the magic and joy of the moment. The sea breeze carries the music across the water, mingling with the sound of laughter and celebration, as Nerissa and Aether make their way towards the dance floor for their first dance. Second dance, but first in public. You twirl and sway, and it's clear to everyone present in that moment that your bond is unbreakable. Together you have faced danger and emerged victorious. Now you dance into your future, surrounded by the love and support of your friends and family. And soon all of the couples of the day move onto the floor. Talara and Marin, Seraphina and Mariana, Boudoir and Warwick, and all of the other pirates finding their friends to dance. You all party late into the night before the couple finds their way into the beach house you have rented to celebrate the day and your honeymoon to come. And if I could have everyone just list out the notes that they were written in the little bottle to the wedding couple.
So Seraphina had two different notes. One note to Aether, saying, "Aether, you have become like a sibling to me. Aether, you have become like a sibling to me that I was finally able to see grow up. You have come quite a long way since we first met for your first contract. We've had our own trials, and I'm so glad that those haven't deterred us. You and Nerissa make such a handsome couple. I wish you many moons of happiness. All my love, Seraphina." And then there was a note to Nerissa saying, "Nerissa, thank you for joining us and becoming a staple in Aether's life. They deserve all the very best, and I am sure you will give them that. If they ever do something out of line and you want, in parentheses, because I know you would never need, in parentheses, backup, I'm a message away and will come immediately. Wishing you both all the happiness in the world, Seraphina."
I'll go next. Aether and Nerissa, I'd love to be all corny and say something like, "It was a blessing to watch your love blossom and grow," but that would be a lie. The truth is that it seemed to be that you both immediately fit together like an old married couple that have been together for decades. I am blessed to be able to witness the beginning of many more years to come. Marin says hi.
Does anybody else have a note they would like read?
You, but I didn't know we were doing this still just now, so give me 5 seconds. I'm typing.
Okay.
Crick doesn't have a note, but you would find like a little envelope, and like inside of it is like 2 matching like necklaces made by like a sea stone that's been carved out, and they're like matching. And then there's like a little note like tucked under one of them, and it's like, "I was told by people who've been to weddings before that people have wedding presents, so I thought I would use my talents with tinkering to make you something. I tried to make them match, but they're not exact. I love you all, and I hope you're doing well. See you at the party, I think." And that's it.
My note to Aether says, "Aether, my first mate, now Nerissa's only mate. I am so proud of all that you've become and the brave person who stands before us now. Your love reminds me of happier times, and I'm so glad to be able to witness it. P.S. Check under the bed. And then Nerissa says, Nerissa, protector of my home and Aether's heart, please take care of yourself among your duties, for your safety and happiness is of the utmost importance. Share your love across every ocean and every life. P.S. I stole a yacht for your honeymoon. Look out the window.
They read them at the same time and both go in separate directions.
Yeah. There is a not the little lady under the bed, but there is Mariana crafted a version of the little lady with a little note that says, do what you want. Which is basically like, get out the jitters to destroy the little lady.
Yeah.
And it's well crafted enough that I want them to think it's the real thing, but the real one is still with me.
There is no reason Aether would... I'm not even going to ask to roll a check. There's no reason Aether would not believe this is the real thing.
Okay.
And Mariana also like stole a yacht from a rich person. And it's just outside with like a just mirrored thing on the back.
And it's decorated with the same decorations that were on the rotted bone, but we're just transferred over.
Yeah. There were less decorations than Mariana wanted there to be because some of them are blood covered, and she went, well, not today. On the bright side, all of them are biodegradable, so she just got to throw them in the ocean.
Yeah. I love the image of, so the two of them go in opposite directions, see the thing, and at the same time go, oh my god, look at this! And then they both turn the opposite directions to see what the other one saw.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. They're so cute. I am having the time of my life.
I like to think that Aether thought Mariana would be under the bed. I feel like that was their
I thought
first
that too because you were like Mariana, and I was like, oh god.
thought. Check under your bed. It's the little lady.
They beat the absolute shit out of the fake little lady.
Yeah. Aether
and then-
shoots it so many times.
By the end of it, it's like dust from how many bullets and arrows have gone through it. I was gonna say something vile.
All right.
Oh, little lady, I hope they're having a good honeymoon.
I know
Cut
they
to them
are.
absolutely wailing on this doll.
Right? You guys settle into your honeymoon aboard the yacht or within the home you have rented. And with that, we're going to end this very special one-shot. Thank you all for tuning in for the 2nd year anniversary. Make sure to check out our social medias for all of that giveaway info, and may the dice guide you to beautiful friendships.
I just rolled a dice. Shit, you know I got a nat 1. I was like, what if I get another nat 1? What? I thought if I got a natural 20, I could be fun to think to announce. But
Mariana gets confused.
20! I just got nat 1, nat 1, nat 20!